All right, so today we are going to be benchmarking my computers, plus a couple of bonus computers in this house that I built. So, like I said in the last video, we're going to be doing this with a lot of computers. And unfortunately, I told you guys, I know, that I would try and find benchmark software for the 2007 Apple collection, but I couldn't find any that worked. So I will just dig up old Geekbench scores and post them on screen when I find out what they are. But first off, we're going to start here. This is my daily driver Apple device. It's a 2017 iMac Pro. And if we come up here to about this Mac, you can see that is the 8-core, 3.2 gigahertz Xeon. And it has the Radeon Pro 64X, or Vega 64X, or however you say it. But basically, what we're going to do with all these PCs is we're going to go to good old Cinebench R24, and we're going to start it up. Let me go ahead and move my keyboard here so I can set up this nifty little tripod I got. And we will get started with the testing here. There we go. Nice. Yeah. So, like I said, this is my 2017 iMac Pro, but it was manufactured probably in around 2019 because, or 2018, one of the two, because they stopped offering the 8-core a while into the production of this iMac, and they started offering the 64X graphics card a little into the run of this iMac. So if you have a combination of both, you can pretty much narrow down when this iMac was made, which I'll post on screen if I'm wrong, but I believe it is 2019. But without further ado, we're going to run multi-core. And yeah, I'm going to do multi-core for all the computers, and if applicable, I'm going to do the GPU as well, just for fun. But most importantly, we're going to do CPU multi-core. But let's get started. Alright, so we finished up here, and you can see the score there. It is 620, which, to my surprise, actually scored higher than the Apple M1 chips. The 3 gigahertz and 2.5 gigahertz. I didn't know they made different ones, but cool. Yeah, it scored higher than those. I was very shocked to see that, and yeah, it takes a while, R24 does. Yeah, but here's the score, and let's move on to the next computer. Actually, just kidding, I completely forgot. Oh no, I completely forgot to do the GPU. Let's do that, shall we? All right, and after the GPU test, you can see the score there is 3532, which puts it above the M1 once again, which I actually expected this time because, well, dedicated graphics kind of good. And this is the top graphics card you could get in this thing. So, yeah, there's that, but couldn't quite reach the M1 Max or the Radeon Vega, which I'm assuming is probably the Mac Pro one. You might check me on that, but yeah. Well, no, because that's probably the Mac Pro one there, isn't it? So what's that one then? I don't know. Also, it's all pretty much, except for the 2070, it's all Apple GPUs. Weird. But yeah, that's how this stacks up there. So I've learned that people seem to forget that the 64X existed. They just seem to think that the 64 is the highest one. But nope, 64X was made a little bit more powerful. But yeah, now let's move on to the next computer. All right, so while we're up here and right next to the good old iMac, you can see here I have my MacBook Pro, which is the only Apple device, Apple computer that I've ever bought new. Everything else was bought used, including this iMac. But yeah, it's an M1 MacBook Pro. Right when they came out, I got this thing because I was like, I need a computer for school, and these M1 MacBooks just came out, and I'm hearing great things about them. So I think I'll take this over a Windows laptop, and that's what I did. But let's see what it can do on the good old Cinebenches. And I totally could have used software, like recording software, but you know, I kind of just started making this video on a whim, and I don't want to download software on my other computers that aren't mine in this house, so, you know, it's whatever. But anyways, let's get into the test. Ooh, I am so upset. 296 points, which puts me way down there. But you may be asking yourself, well, how does that work? I thought the M1s were up here. I forgot to put it into high power mode. Oh, that is so frustrating. Oh my gosh, let me go and do that real quick. Battery settings. Low power mode. Never. Oh, that's so frustrating. Well, hey, now we know what it would run on low power mode, but we're not here for that. We're here for max power. So, let's go again. Wow, that's much better. Look at that. 523. That puts it right in line with the 3 gigahertz version and above the 2.5 gigahertz version. I don't know how that's possible, but sure, why not? It could be because I have max fan control going here. My fan's kicked on and it makes sure it stays cool. So that could be it. I used it for this one as well because, well, want to keep my device cool, so yeah, that's what we did on this. But yeah, anyways, that's the good old M1 MacBook, and we can now confirm that yes, indeed, an M1 is slower than the 8-core version of this Xeon processor, which is surprising to me. But yeah, anyways, let's move on to the next computer. Alright, so next up we got this computer. This is my dad's computer that I built for him. It is an Intel Core i7-13700K, and it's got an RTX 4060 Ti, which I know, not exactly the best deal in the world, but it's okay because it's just going to be used for work and stuff basically, and it just needed a little horsepower for future proofing. So anyways, yeah, that's what this is. 32 gigs of RAM and an SSD, NVMe obviously. So basically just a pretty bog standard gaming machine. Anyways, that's not what we're here for. We're here to see what it will do in Cinebench. So let's get started. All right, after that run, you can see there, I actually did better than the last run I did when I built this thing. 1494, that is pretty good. Yeah, I wouldn't expect much less from a 13700K compared to the rest of these processors, but good results, very good results. This one was a lot quicker than the other ones, thank goodness. But now let's get on to the GPU. Let's see how that does. Wow, that was really quick. I could have just recorded that in real time and it would have been faster than anything else probably. Anyways, here's what it scored, 11,972, which is just very, very fast compared to the iMac that we did. And yeah, you can see everything else on the list kind of gets dwarfed by it as well, except for the other time where I ran it and it got a 12,165. But still, very fast. Who would have guessed? RTX 40 series is very, very fast. Anyways, now let's move on to the next computer. All right, and the next computer is here. This is the one I showed off briefly last week. This is my VR computer, but it was my daily driver for a brief bit. This is a Core i7 as well, but it's only a 9700K. It's got 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM and 2 GTX Titan X's, the Maxwell ones. Yes, SLI in 2024. We love to see it. And I built this system like 2 years ago and decided to do SLI. Anyways, that's not important. What's important is how it will run. We're done with that. Yeah, I use a TV with this computer. That's because it's my VR machine. Hooray. Anyways, we scored 445, which is worse than I did last time I ran this test. You can see the bottom of 9700K there. I don't have the mouse on me, but it's 503 is that score, which is right below the M1 at 509, I think. Yeah, pretty good. I like the results of that. Not really any surprise there of where it scored, but now let's see what the GPU can do. Whoa, okay, that was a bit quicker. As you can see, we scored a good old 6,769 points. Nice. Yeah, that puts us right here on the leaderboards, right below number 1. It may say number 2, but that's number 1 because there's another graphics card above it that is that used to be in this computer that is no longer. But yeah, there you go. Right above the 2070 Super, right below the Radeon Pro W6800. Ah, yes, just where I need them to be. Still powerful as always. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the Apple collection, and yeah, no benchmarks there. All right. Well, as I said, these guys can't do Cinebench yet. Very frustrating. However, I scrounged around the internet to try and find some scores, and I kind of found scores. Oh boy. Man, who would have guessed benchmarking old stuff is hard? Well, not me, that's for sure. But I got them all pulled up here on the actual usable iMac, and we're going to go through them, starting with the usable iMac. iMac early 2009. I know, guys, I know I'm supposed to have a 2007 collection. Yeah, this is for Geekbench 6. This is what it scored, 527. And, yeah, that puts it really far down. That puts it, 527, around this area. Hooray, which is bad. But, oh, well, that was single core, too. Let's go multi-core. 527, that's right there, yay, right there, sorry, right there, but, yeah, anyways, that's not the, important one. We're just gonna go through all these quickly, just to get them out of the way. So we have this one, did 527, we'll move on to the next one, which is the Mac Pro. This guy here, it's got the two, 8-core, or it's got the 8-core processors combined, because it's two 4-cores. You can see it there. It's got two of them. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words, but here's what it scored in Geekbench 3, because that's the one I found for this. I tried to keep it consistent with the Geekbenches that were being used, but this one just threw me off so bad, this iMac. But yeah, that's what it scored, 11,410. That's pretty good, I think. And we'll move right along to this iMac, which has the 2 gigahertz Core 2 Duo in it. And that one scores 1939 in multi-score. And this is also for Geekbench 3, so that's pretty cool. Some consistency finally. Awesome, love that. Yeah, this one scored like a lot worse than that one. That's not really a surprise to me, but you know, it's just funny to see how much lower it scored. And next up, we come to these two. The reason I'm not going back and forth is because I'm lazy. But here we go. This one's got the 2.2 gigahertz Core 2 Duo, and this one's got the 2.33 gigahertz Core 2 Duo. And I'll show you the scores for those, which are right here. Yeah, this is what I found. This page here, it's actually comparing the two, and unfortunately, it's got the wrong processors. Oh well. What I have here though for you is 2396 and 2043. And this is Geekbench 3 as well, so that's pretty cool. More consistency. But that'll give you a decent idea of what these machines will do anyway. Yeah, so there's that, I guess. That works. And last but not least, we have the Mac Mini down there, and it's, I believe, is the worst out of all of them. Again, this page, but this is comparing a Mac Mini to a Mac Mini. Don't know what that's about, but, yeah. Oh, I see what the difference is. One's got the 2 gigahertz, but mine's the 1.83. The 1.83, does it in more than the 2 gigahertz? That can't be right. Well, I can't even tell because they're the same thing. But, yeah, it looks like I either do 1889 or 1858. I think that's still pretty close, no matter what, so, yeah. But I'm just going to assume it's that because this one with the 1.83 is listed first, and that one is first, so probably a good assumption to make. So 1889 is what the Mac Mini did. And yeah, that's what the Apple collection does for benchmark stuff. Wish I could get you better scores, but this is what I got for right now. All right, and the next PC is this one. This is my mom's computer that I also built. it was the first computer I ever built, and I thought as a present I'd just give it to my mom. So yeah, here it is. This guy has a Intel Core i7 as well, but it is a 4790K, 4790K or 4690K, one of the two. Yeah, we'll find that out here in a second no matter what, but that's what it is. And it's got a GTX 1060 in it, the 6 GB model, because 10 series was the best line NVIDIA ever came out with. And yeah, this thing still runs like a champ. It really does. Yeah, I boot this thing up occasionally, mostly just to update it, but it goes. It really goes. I like this little thing a lot still. So yeah, let's see what it does in Cinebench. All right, so looks like we finished up with that, and it's slow. It's so slow. I think this is comparable to the M1 on low power mode. I think we got a similar score there. But yeah, you can see our score, 246 there, which puts us at the bottom. Who would have guessed? And now we need to do the GPU test, which, like I said, is the 1060 6 GB model. As you can see there's our system specs, and you can see the 4790K, like I think I said earlier, something. I probably said it in one of the times. But anyways, let's get into the GPU test now. All right, and as you can see, we have finished up with this test, and you can see we scored 2433 points, which is 1 point worse than I did last time I tested this, apparently. I don't remember ever doing it on this PC, but apparently I did, because my old score is there. Yeah, this is, I mean, let's be honest, 1060 still kind of holds up for today. I mean, it's nothing crazy on the list, obviously, but hey, it's not too bad. I think that's a slightly worse score than the iMac Pro did, which is well, it's something. But the iMac Pro has maxed out graphics, a maxed out graphics card, which this does not. This is just a 1060, so still pretty good, I think. But yeah, that does it for this computer. Let's move on to the final computer. All right, and the last PC is my main gaming PC. And before you say anything, my cable management is bad. I know. I don't really care. I'm a function over form person when it comes to this cabling. Obviously, this cabling, a little more important to me, but this cabling, I don't care. Anyways, here we go with this PC. I just built this thing not too long ago, actually. It is a Core i9 14900K and an RTX 4090. Woo! Those are some specs, let me tell you. Also, my second stick of RAM there, it sometimes will just choose not to light up. Not sure what the deal is with that, but it is sure annoying. Yeah, don't like that. Anyways, yeah, this PC is not even in its final form. I want to add more RAM to it, get 64 gigs. Right now I'm rocking 32, so 2 more sticks of that exact RAM would be nice. I'd also like to get more RGB fans in here. Maybe one there, maybe some up top. I don't know. Just something to make it look more RGB. But, yeah, I just kind of wanted to build, like, the cheapest i9 14900K RTX 4090 system I could while still picking reasonable parts. So, I did. And yeah, this is the result. I love this thing a lot. Obviously, it can run anything, no problem, no matter what settings. And it is awesome. But I could talk about this thing later. For now, let's get benchmarking. Wow, that one was really fast. Who would have guessed? Give yourself a top of the line gaming processor, and you get scores like this: 2029. Wow, wow, wow! That's really fast. Who would have guessed? Tops the charts. Yeah, not anything really to not be expected there. Like I said, top of the line gaming processor, one of the fastest you can get. So, I mean, it's going to be fast at benchmarks. But what's really impressive is the GPU, which I'll just go ahead and start. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't even need to do the time lapse for this one because it's a bit fast. It's a little fast. This is real time. I'm talking. And it's going. You can see it down there. It's not even hitting like any temperature at all. And we're done. I kid you not, guys. The fans barely started spinning. Which is, yeah. And yeah. 33,104 for the graphics. Which is just a mind-blowing number above the rest of the competition here. That's what the best graphics card on the market will do for you. Because there's no doubt about that. This one is the best gaming card on the market. And, yeah. That's impressive numbers right there. So, yeah. That's pretty awesome. Not much to say there either. That's to be expected. You spend $1,800 on a graphics card, that's the results. You get those numbers, if it'll focus. There you go. Those numbers. But yeah, I enjoyed doing all this. And yeah, my second RAM stick decided to start lighting up. That's real cool. If any of you know what that is, let me know, please. Because that's not normal, I don't think. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. And if you did, be sure to click the like button and the subscribe button as well. And be sure to leave me a comment letting me know what I got right, what I got wrong, and just anything else you'd like. Video suggestions, stuff like that. I got a fun one coming out next week as well. Basically taking you guys through the build of this thing, which I have uploaded on my other channel. But this one is going to have a twist. So you'll get to see that next week when it comes out. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.